Hi, it's Double1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And the last thing you need is when you're feeling ill and have COVID is Flippergold interdicting and attacking you. I was so COVIDed up and a bit like out of it that I was saying to the selfish one that I was being attacked by Be Great or Be Bait because he was also in Super Cruise and I got interdicted by a Meta FDL and I didn't really pay attention other than it was a Meta FDL, and Bait I thought had just gone behind me just before I got interdicted. And it wasn't until the selfish one went, no, Bait's up here, and I was like, oh, who the hell's attacking me then? And I looked and I was like, that explains it. I wondered why I hadn't landed a single ram. I wonder why it's like fighting a shadow. It's Flipper. I feel less bad about losing the Flippergold than virtually any other commander in Elite Dangerous on Xbox because he is one of the best pilots out there and I am one of the worst. I would have to say Flippergold is in the top 1% of commanders out there. He's just amazing. What do you think, Flipper? What do you think of me as a PvPer? A little bit harsh, but incredibly fair. Yeah, I am a terrible pilot. I do let some of my ships down. The Rambo here is a very strong build. If I hit a few good hefty rams, I can take out my Metal Lance, but I have to hit the rams because they have banks, I don't. And if I don't hit the rams, I'm going to lose. And trying to ram Flippergold is like trying to ram a shadow. It's very, very difficult. He maneuvers just so well. And when you're using frags and just short range weaponry, I find it difficult to cope with him. I prefer fighting Flipper in my beam to lance, but then that is my preferred ship against pilots who are much better than me. It's much more of a comfort zone, that ship, because I'm not looking to win. I'm only looking to do a decent amount of damage, maybe get through their banks and not get speed run. If I can get through their shields, I count that as a great success. If I get them down to no banks left, that's a huge success. The odd ones that I win usually is because my opponent makes a mistake. I fly in a very solid, very boring way that relies on my opponent making some mistakes and giving me an in. But occasionally that happens, and occasionally I win against people that are much better than me, though I've never even come close to beating Flippergold in a proper 1v1. I think I've been involved in a lot of kills on Flipper, but that's generally when we got a good gank on the go on him. 1v1, I think Flipper's flown rings around me since the first moment I met him during the ESR war. So Flipper was flying for ESR, I was flying for the Dark Marauders, and Flipper tore me apart quick. I think I even questioned whether he was using Primo or not, and Flipper always said he wasn't, and I honestly he was one of the people in ESR that I actually believed, because most of the ESR guys weren't much better than me at pilots, but they just did a lot more damage, and it was like, well, that's probably Primo. But Flipper, he outflew me right from the get-go, right from the first time I ever met him, and it was like, yeah, this guy is actually really, really good. What do you think, Flipper? Well, he is in a harsh mood today, but he's totally right again. If you actually take an interest in PvP and want to do well at PvP, Flipper's channel is a great place to go, because literally it just shows how amazing a pilot he is. Some of the fights he puts on there are really good. He's got some humorous videos as well, but he is a cracking pilot, both on PC and on Xbox. And I will be sad if we lose the likes of Flipper and the other PvPers to PC, as people try and migrate their accounts over. I don't know what's happening on that front. Though it will make my life a lot easier when the likes of Flippergold and Walking Dead are no longer on Xbox. I'll die a lot less. But ultimately I will miss them, because it's always fun to fight against the very best. It shows you what you are not able to do. And it's the only way you learn and improve, is fighting against the absolute best you can fight against. In my case, I'm not looking to learn and improve. I have different goals to most PvPers. Like I say, my goal is to as long as I don't get speed run, and as long as I put up a decent enough showing, I'm happy. You know, it's like my health goals. You know, most people, you know, have dream weights and things like that. As long as I'm thin enough that my tits don't jiggle when I clean my teeth, I'm happy. You know, I have different goals and priorities to people. So, you know, yeah, that's a Kevin James joke, by the way, that I'm totally stealing. But yeah, when it comes to PvP, I have different goals to people. I don't worry about being the best. I'm a middle-aged man with very poor reflexes, so and very, very bad piloting skill. So being the best is not a concern of mine. Being able to hold my own against people that are reasonable pilots, I'll take. And you know, as long as I'm not getting speed run, shown up, torn apart in minutes, I'm quite happy with that. And considering in relative terms I've been doing PvP a very short space of time, you know, I didn't PvP for an awful long time, or do a lot of PvP for an awful long time. I was pretty much just a passive aggressive trader who always just ran away from fights, or occasionally rammed stuff in my Type 7. But, you know, as long as I'm not getting easily speed run, that's it, I'm happy. You know, I'll happily take on Walking Dead and Flippergold whenever they turn up to kill me, because I do get some kills on them when we gank them, so it's only fair. Anyway, any last words, Flipper, anything else you want to say? Yes, but I'll take nearly a speedrun over a actual speedrun any day. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out Flipper's channel, I'll link it in the description if I remember, and GG to Flipper.